जय श्री कृष्ण, जय जलाराम एवरीबॉडी, गुड मॉर्निंग। आज हमारे बीच में जया जी राव, जो लास्ट ईयर भी आपने उनको सुना है। एंड मैं अगर आप सबको याद होगा, लेकिन उनकी थोड़ी सी इंट्रोडक्शन देना चाहूँगी। जया जी एक इन्फ्लुएंसर कह सकते हैं, लेकिन उनका यूट्यूब पे काफ़ी सारे मोटिवेशन वीडियोस है। आप शायद कोई ने सुना होगा, लेकिन बहुत अच्छा। और जया जी 40 साल से वेदांत पे रिसर्च करते थे। और जया जी ने काफ़ी सारे वीडियो भगवत गीता पे यंगस्टर्स के लिए भी और अदर पीपल के लिए भी, कर्म के बारे में सारी बहुत सारे वीडियोस उनके हैं। और बहुत अच्छा लगेगा अगर आप सुनते हो, तो हमको भी पूरा ज्ञान मिल सकता है उनसे। तो उसके लिए हम आपका धन्यवाद करते हैं। और आप सब आज भी हमारे बीच में हमको एक का पावर क्या होता है उसके बारे में हमको समझाएंगे। तो हम सब उनका लाभ लें और जया जी से थोड़ा कुछ ज्ञान प्राप्त करने का हम भी अवसर लें। ठीक है? सो ओके, आई विल से इन इंग्लिश एज वेल। ओके, जया जी मेनली इंग्लिश में बोलते हैं। अगर आपको कोई सवाल है, और जो मेन पॉइंट है वो मैं उनके बाद आपको गुजराती में थोड़ा समराइज कर लूँगी। सो आप लोग को भी, ऐसे तो सब लोग को समझ में आती है, लेकिन इन केस आपको कोई क्वेश्चन है तो प्लीज़ बता देना, तो मैं आपको गुजराती में भी आपको एक्सप्लेन कर दूँगी। ठीक है? सो जया जी ने काफ़ी सारे मोटिवेशनल और प्रेस्टिजियस फोरम्स एंड यूनिवर्सिटी में, अमेरिका में भी उनका स्पीच हुआ है और काफ़ी लोगों ने उसका एडवांटेज लिया है। सो आज उनका जो भी ऑल अदर सम ऑफ द जया जी स्पीच ऑन भगवद गीता, कर्म, लाइफ इज द ट्रू करेंसी। कर्म ये हमारी करेंसी है, जैसा करोगे इतनी अच्छी करेंसी मिलेगी। उसके ऊपर भी उनका बहुत अच्छा वीडियो है, आप जरूर देखिएगा यूट्यूब पे। और हम जो भी हमारी इच्छा है उसका स्लेव नहीं बने, लेकिन उसका कैसे मास्टर बने, उसका भी बहुत अच्छा वीडियो है। मास्टर ऑफ, नॉट अ स्लेव बट अ मास्टर ऑफ अ डिज़ायर। मैं काफ़ी आई एम फॉलोइंग यू एज वेल ऑन अ यूट्यूब, so I have listened quite a few videos of her and very nice. So आज we also take advantage and let we gain some knowledge from her. Thank you. I'll pass it over to Jaya ji. Thank you.
Thank you. You all understand simple English, right? Yes? Great. So, I will speak in simple English. If there is anything you don't understand, please stop me and ask. Okay? So, the topic for today is the power of one. And this power, India and Indian culture has shown to the world through centuries. Because in India, you go from one village to the other, every 100 kilometers you go, the language changes a little bit, food changes, customs change. We are a country of so many religions, so many cultures, and yet can you please take a minute to check if your phone is on silent? Because once it starts ringing, then you get embarrassed and you don't take it out. So we are a diverse nation, and yet we feel one. There are so many languages, so many different cuisines, so much of differentiation, yet we feel one. And it is this feeling of oneness that is a mark of our culture. The Vedas say, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, means the whole universe is one family. Emotion is a very powerful motivator. At the same time in history, one person has used positive emotion. Gandhiji used positive emotion to achieve a result, get India independence from the British. At the same time, there was Hitler, who used hatred to achieve his ends. And you know what the difference is. We can see it. This emotion can be inclusive or exclusive. Inclusive means, suppose you feel one with all the ladies who are here, all the members of your community, then there is power. But if you feel separate, I don't like you, I'm jealous of you, then there is no power. You become a weak person. So Vedanta changes the nature of your emotion from selfish to unselfish, from a weakness to a strength, and from a liability to an asset. The test of spiritual development is described in the Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, 4 verses, as oneness. How do you know you have spiritually evolved? Not by going on pilgrimage, not by going to a temple every day, not by making prasad, none of this. But what? The ability to feel one. In the 12th chapter of the Gita, Krishna gives 35 qualities of a bhakta. And the very first quality he gives is Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam, means one who hates nobody, one who does not hate. Can we say we qualify? No. Because there is at least one person you don't like, isn't it? You'll say, oh, of course I love everybody in the world except my mother-in-law or daughter-in-law. Then you're not a bhakt. So how to develop that? In spite of people telling us you must feel one, you must have love, all religions of the world say that, but we still have separateness. Why do we feel separate? Let's take the example of physics. Suppose you take a prism, a glass prism, and you pass a ray of white light through it. See, don't get distracted by who's coming and who's going. Please don't look there, because then you're not listening and it's a waste, you're coming here. When you have children in school, they don't look. See, all these ladies are looking there. That means you're not listening. In schools, if you go, the children will not look. They don't get distracted. And why do you get distracted? Because the mind, you're acting on the mind. You're just curious who's come, who's going. If you have a mind like that, it's distracted. There's no power in the mind. So when you pass a ray of white light through a prism, what happens? It refracts into 7 distinct different colors. You see the different colors, and it's so beautiful to see different colors. But you know they have emerged from that one ray of white light. Similarly, you are looking at the world through the prism of your body and its preferences, the mind and its likes and dislikes, and the intellect and its prejudices. So you see sharp differences. You say, I love my children. I don't like my neighbor's children. I like gora color. I don't like kala color. I like a certain type of people. I don't like different type of people. So because of that, you see differences. And these differences cause you sorrow. It doesn't do harm to anybody else, but it causes you sorrow. You know, there was a black man in America who told his son, the white man has done a lot of injustice, many bad things to us, but don't hate him. Because if you hate the white man, it won't do any harm to him, but it will kill you. Because your mind gets poisoned, your mind gets agitated, you can't sleep. Your blood pressure goes up, his blood pressure doesn't go up, he doesn't know. So that is the thing. Now this otherness is the cause of all our problems. See the Mahabharata. The entire war took place because one man could not see oneness. Dhritarashtra was the king. In the very first verse of the Bhagavad Gita, he asked Sanjaya, the commentator, what are my sons and the sons of Pandu doing? Sons of Pandu means who? His own brother's sons. And his brother had died. Even now, children of two brothers are considered one, right? At that time it was so, one, they were one. But he saw differences. And why did he see differences? Because he was blind. Dhritarashtra was born blind. He represents the mind. Mind is blind. All emotions are blind. If your daughter falls in love with a fellow you don't like, and you ask her, why? What do you see in him? Why have you fallen in love with him? She has no reason. I just love, finished. And you have to accept. Isn't that true? Similarly, hatred also has no reason. Why do you hate someone? No reason. Therefore, emotion is blind. Dhritarashtra was blind. He was so attached to his own sons that he could not see oneness between his sons and his brother's sons. And therefore, the entire Mahabharata war took place where thousands of people died, so many women were widowed, so much sorrow and suffering took place because one man could not see oneness. And here we are, all of us, we can't see oneness. Therefore, what is happening in the world is what is happening. Iran is being bombed, Israel is being bombed, Russia, Ukraine are fighting, and we are all fighting among ourselves. Isn't that true? The two Supreme Court judges in India made a statement recently. And they said, because they're seeing cases coming in the Supreme Court. What cases coming? Children fighting parents. Brother fighting brother, sister fighting brother, all these battles within the family. So the Supreme Court judges said, the unit of the family is breaking down in India. And what a tragedy, because this is happening in a country which says Vasudhaiva Kutumbaka. What is happening in UK is happening here. Isn't that true? I hear stories everywhere. London, Leicester, everywhere. People are fighting, Birmingham. Who are you fighting? Your own people. Legal cases. And by the time your case goes to the Supreme Court, you have been fighting for 15 years, 20 years. Which means half your life you are spending fighting. Very sad state. On the other hand, if you feel one, what is the benefit of oneness? You know, whoever you love your son. You always see what is good in the son, na? Your son may be disorganized, your son may be lazy, your son may not be hardworking. You don't see all that. When you think of your son, what do you say? My son, he's a good boy. Huh? That's the beauty of love. Then you don't feel insecure. Just before the Mahabharata war took place, Yudhishthir walked across to the Kaurava camp, alone, unarmed, to pay homage to Bhishma and Drona. He wasn't afraid. Why? Because he did not feel separate from the Kauravas. Even as the battle was about to begin, he felt one with Duryodhana and all of them. Which is why he wasn't afraid. And the beauty of it is, nobody touched him. He came back safely. You know, Indians in India will break all kinds of laws. But they come abroad here, they will follow all the rules, traffic rules. One day I traveled to give lectures. So once I was in Chicago, and my host was a lady from Mumbai. I knew her from Mumbai. So she had organized the lecture on Friday evening, and many 200 people had come, and she was very happy that the lecture went off well and everybody liked it. And she was driving me back home. I was staying with her. So she was so excited, she wasn't looking at the road, she was looking at me and talking. And a car swerved. This was a Friday night. Within a few minutes, lights started flashing from behind. A police car. It happened to be a police woman. She stopped her and shouted at her because she thought she was drunk. So that lady got so scared, she did everything wrong. She told the policewoman, "No, I'm not drunk, I've arranged a lecture for her and I haven't even drunk water." And all this she told. The policewoman understood this woman is crazy. She's not drunk. She told her, "You go drive carefully and go straight home." After going home, I told her, I said, "But you're an expert driver, and when you drive in Bombay, you are not scared of the police there. What is your problem?" You know what she said? "अरे बम्बई में तो वो अपना आदमी है ना, हाँ? अपना आदमी होगा तो डरते नहीं है, ये पराया है, he is a foreigner, and therefore the fear." You understand. Where you love, you understand. You know, when a little child comes home from school tired, the child throws tantrums. The mother understands that the child is tired and hungry. So she ignores all the tantrums and first gets the food, puts some food in the child's mouth, immediately all the tantrums go. How does she do that? Because she understands. Suppose she was to give a leg, "Is this the way to behave?" The child will continue to throw tantrums. So where there is love, there is understanding. And there's a perfect relationship, interaction. And you gain power. When you love, the more people you love, the more power you have over them. Why is it that a mother has power over her children? Because there is genuine love for the children. The babysitter will never have that power. Because to her it's only a job. Drudgery becomes revelry. You know, when we were children, I don't know what your experience was. There was only one place we went to in the summer holidays. Where? Huh? Nani's house. And in the summer, hot summer, the highlight of our holidays was papad making. You remember that? Huh? Papad is very complicated to make. It's a troublesome thing. But it became a fun experience because Dani used to call all her neighbors, sister-in-law, brothers' wives, all kinds of 25 women will come in the house and make papad together. And this was done in an environment of fun, laughter, jokes. All were included, even us children, because we had a very important job of taking the papad to the terrace, drying it and bringing it back. Huh? Such fun it was. Hard work, but fun. Why? Because there was this togetherness. When this togetherness stopped, papad making stopped. And now you buy Lijjat papad from the store. Homemade papad was so tasty because it was made with love. And it makes for success. Where there is love, you build teams and you're successful. That is the secret of all success. That you must feel for your teammates. You must feel for the people who work for you. Like, I am able to come here and speak to you, do my work, because I have people at home who take care of my home when I travel. Hai na? If I did not have that lady or those ladies, people working for me, I would not be able to come. So I have to build that team. I have to be nice to them. I have to talk to them. I have to feel for them. Only then they work for me, no? But if I'm nasty to them, if I'm conjuice with them, and I measure how many cups of sugar they have in their tea, they are not going to work for me. You must be liberal. Treat them like your own family. Then there is success. Then you become happy. See, today, you are happy only when good things happen to you. Correct? You earn a lot of money, you're happy. You buy a new car, you're happy. You buy a luxury home, you're happy. If your brother-in-law buys a Mercedes, what happens to you? Heartburn. So what the Bhagavad Gita says is, it's such fun because if you feel one with a larger community, if any member of the community does well, you celebrate as if the achievement was yours. Huh? So you feel one with the brother-in-law. He has to earn the money, he has to buy the Mercedes, he has to spend money on it. And you enjoy it. What fun. That is the trick of increasing your happiness. So now the question is, and you grow spiritually. That is the only way of growing spiritually, by having love for people. Sant Tukaram, you heard of him? He was a simple person. But he had love for people. See, a bhakta is not somebody who just swears love to God. A bhakta is one who loves everybody. How can you love God, an unknown entity? Do you know who God is or what God is? No. How can you love God when you can't love people you are interacting with on a daily basis? That is the thing. So there is a poem called Abu Ben Adam, taught to children. It goes something like this. Abu Ben Adam, may his tribe increase. awoke one night from a deep dream of peace. He was sleeping and he woke up from a dream and saw an angel writing in a book of gold. So he asked the angel, "What writest thou?" The angel said, "Names of those who love God." And all our names were there. We love God, right? You love Krishna? You love Ram? Yes. So all our names were on it. So Abu Ben Adam asked him, "Is mine one?" So the angel looked at the list and said, "No, your name is not on it." Abu Ben Adam didn't get depressed. He said, "Then write me as one who loves his fellow beings." He accepts, I don't love God, but I love my fellow beings. I love everyone. So the angel vanished. The next night, the same angel came back in a great awakening light and showed the names of those whom love of God had blessed. Means, first day list, those who love God. Second day list, those whom God loves. And lo, Ben Adam's name led all the rest. So, what is the use of your loving God if God doesn't love you? How will God love you? When you love your fellow beings. So how do you develop this love? Go home, think very hard, pick on a person you dislike most and try and change that. Understand the person. See, people are not bad. Everybody is good. Only exposure is good or bad. So, if you think you are good, why are you good? Because you've had the right exposure, right upbringing, right values. So, you are good. Another person is not good because she has not had the right upbringing. She doesn't have the right values. She doesn't have the right nature. But deep down, everybody is good. So, if you connect with that and understand the person, then the bad qualities of the person become amusing to you. You know, there's a family in Bombay. This is a joint family. So the mother, the son, daughter-in-law, and the grandson live together in one home. Now the daughter-in-law's nature is bad. She'll get angry, she'll say bad things to everyone, including to her own son. So, but they are a happy family. You know how? Because the mother, the son, and the grandson, all three, and the servants also, because she shouts at the servants, get together and say, this is her nature. So they have a joke. Today, Mama's mood is bad. Keep away from her. So it's become a joke in the family. And when she shouts too much at the servant and the servant cries, the mother tells her, अरे मैं तो उसकी सास हूँ, हमको भी वो ऐसे ही बात करती है, तो तुम्हारा क्या है? So it's become a joke. Nobody gets upset. Nobody gets, but she is isolated. She has become alone, lonely. Everybody else is together. So there is no problem in life. There is no problem in the world if you understand. Just understand. This is what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. Guna guneshu vartante iti matva na sajjate. Gunas function, nature functions. A person with a good nature behaves in a good way. Person with a bad nature behaves in a bad way. What is there to get upset about? Iti matva, the person who understands this is not disturbed. It's a beautiful philosophy that the Bhagavad Gita teaches. So, now there are three types of living beings. Plant, animal, human. All three have different natures. The plant, for all practical purposes, is considered as not having a lot of emotion. Animals have a lot of emotion. lot of love. But there are two characteristics of animals. One, the animal is affected by that emotion. Number two, it acts on the emotion. Is there anyone here who has a pet dog? No. Okay, you know someone who has a pet dog? Huh? So, when the master goes to office every morning, the dog is miserable. And when the master comes back, have you seen how the dog greets the master? Oh my God, that dog understands the master's come from a distance and starts wagging his tail and barking, goes towards the master, jumps on him, licks him, all sorts of things the dog does. So he acts on that love and is affected, is miserable when the master is not there. You can't tell the dog, "Arey, but I'm coming in the evening, what is there to be upset about?" The dog is miserable. When it comes to human beings, the human being is capable of feeling far more deeply, far more intensely than any animal. Yet, the human being is designed to act on the judgment of the intellect, buddhi, and remain completely unaffected. But this power you're not using. You get affected and you act on that emotion. So you don't gain the whole power of that emotion. So what must we do? Develop the intellect, buddhi. So every emotion you feel deeply, you don't act on it, you act on the judgment of the intellect. And number two, you should remain unaffected by it. So you feel immense joy. Now, why should you remain unaffected? Because the world is a mixture of joy and sorrow. Isn't it? In your life, your individual life, there has been a mix of joy and sorrow, right? Is there anyone in the world who has felt only joy? No sorrow? No. Is there anyone who has experienced only sorrow? No joy? No. That is life. It's a mix of joy and sorrow. It's like bhel puri. You like bhel puri? What is unique about bhel puri? You know that? It is a mix of opposite tastes. It's sweet, it's salty, it's sour, it's spicy, it's moist and crisp at the same time. That is why all of it put together, you enjoy thoroughly. Even as I mention it, if you are a lover of bhel puri, your mouth will start watering. Life is like bhel puri. You must understand that. And when joy comes, say, "You are a rare visitor to my heart. Enjoy it while it lasts, but understand it's going." When sorrow comes, also you must understand it will go. But if you don't understand that, then every sorrow that comes to you, you sink with it. You're miserable, you're affected. And when joy comes, like a mad person, you're jumping with joy. That maturity comes when you understand this. And this maturity, Vedanta gives you, the Bhagavad Gita gives you. The Bhagavad Gita speaks of detachment. And we don't understand that. There's a lady in Mumbai who came to me like this. I was talking on a subject like this. After the lecture, she comes to me and says, "Up to a point you were talking sense. After that, I don't know what you were saying. You're talking about detachment. How can I give up my husband?" I said, "Who wants you to give up your husband? Please keep him. Because nobody else wants him." Keep your husband. That, see, detachment is not physical. It is a mental attitude. So what is attachment? Because the Bhagavad Gita keeps saying, asakti, you must be detached. Don't be attached. Attachment is love plus selfishness. Okay? So in all our relationships, selfishness plays up along with love. And that ruins everything. And why is it that this selfishness, why do we pollute our love with selfishness? Because the starting point is we are not self-sufficient. Meaning, you are not capable of living by yourself. See, it's like this. Suppose I had polio. I can't stand, right? If I have polio, then I need a crutch. But luckily, I don't have polio. I'm quite capable of standing on my own 2 feet. But then you have the luxury of leaning against a wall or leaning against something. That's okay. But you still are independent. You're capable of standing on your own feet. Similarly, emotionally, if you are dependent on others, you don't have the capacity of being by yourself. Again, this is not physical, it's emotional. You constantly need emotional assurance from people. You know, there's a lady in Mumbai whose son is studying, just going to New York to study. No, he's been there for a while. Every day she rings him up. Every day she has to speak to him for 1 hour. So I say, your son has gone there to talk to you or to study? And occasionally, if the son is busy and is not able to speak to her, she is in a state. Because she says, oh, my son doesn't care for me. I've lost him. Maybe he's found a girlfriend. Maybe he's getting married to her. All kinds of imagination. One day, if the son doesn't speak to her, she concludes that the son no longer loves her. This is what happens when you're dependent. When you're dependent, then your love is polluted by selfishness. So you have expectations of the person. You make demands on the person. First victim is husband. Huh? So you're constantly telling the husband, you have to do this. You have to come back at this time. You have to take me on a holiday to Singapore. You have to. Isn't it? We have expectations. We make demands. And when these demands are not met with, you get angry, you get frustrated, and there is conflict. So all conflict in relationships comes because of attachment. Swami Ramatirtha had said more than 100 years ago, beware of attachment. It does 2 things. One, the interaction itself becomes conflict-ridden. So you're constantly fighting with the person. And number 2, you lose the object of attachment. This is not only with people, this is even with things. Has it ever occurred to you a particular dress that you really like, only that one tears? Have you experienced that? Or you drop some curry on it and it gets stained. I've noticed that. A sari that I really like, I go and tear it or something falls on it. And I can't use it. Why? Because you're attached to it. Then you can't say, there's so many other clothes I have, nothing happens to them. Why? Because you're not attached. So, be detached. How to be detached? How to genuinely love your own relative, your own husband, wife, children. At least this small circle you must not be attached. How? How to genuinely love? Unconditional love. See, children, we want to live our ambitions through our children. Everywhere, America, here, India, it is Indian parents who have this quality. They put pressure on the kids. You must get good marks. You must be good in swimming, athletics, tennis, dancing, music, everything A+. How is it possible? After all, he is your child. He's got your genes. How can he be A+ in everything? Were you good at everything? Stop putting pressure on your children. And then they come and start complaining. Oh, my child is like this. And to all parents I say, there is nothing wrong with the children. Everything is wrong with the way the parents deal with the children. Therefore, what must you do? Let go. Just let go. Don't ride on the son's back. Don't get after the daughter. Let go doesn't mean be indifferent. You must continue the love, continue the care. Drop the expectations. Drop the demands. Then you'll be fine. Your children will adore you, want to spend time with you. Now what happens? By the time the child becomes a teenager, the child asks the parents, aren't you going out on a weekend somewhere? Which means what? I want freedom from you. Then the husband will ask the wife, it's been a long time since you went to your mother's house. Means what? Give me, I need oxygen to breathe. That's what the husband is saying. Let go. Let them breathe. Let them just be. And then that is detachment. So, then comes, you say, your Gita says you must love everybody, but they will take me for a ride if I love everyone. To which there is a story. Apparently, in a village, there was a snake that used to bite all the villagers. So when a Mahatma passed by the villagers went and told him, please save us from this snake. He's regularly biting people and our village folk are dying. So the Mahatma, as he was going, this snake came and did a namaskar to him. So the Mahatma told him, why are you harassing these villagers? That's all he said and went. And the same Mahatma came back after a month to the same village. And he found this snake beaten black and blue, about to die. So he said, what happened to you? The snake said, it's all your prasad, Maharaj. He said, my prasad? What did I do? He said, you told me not to bite them and they started beating me, the villagers. So the Mahatma told him, you fool, I only told you not to bite them. I did not say don't hiss. Get it? That is the message. So, take an animal lover, a person who loves all animals equally and does a lot, works a lot for animal welfare. See how he behaves with a pup or a kitten. You have the luxury of picking up the pup and fondling it, expressing your love wholeheartedly to that pup. You may love a tiger as much as you love the pup. But do you express it in the same way? No. You can't go to a tiger and say, hey tiger, I love you, come give me a hug. Huh? He'll have you for breakfast. So, what do we learn from this? Your love must be equal to everybody, uniform. But your conduct depends on the nature of the person. So, if you're a loving person, if you're dealing with a loving person, you have the luxury of expressing love with the person. And the person will not take advantage of you. But if you're dealing with a selfish person, you have to be careful. So, that love must be guided by the intellect, supervised by the intellect. Now the problem in the world is very few people love. They don't even know what love is. And those few people who love don't use the buddhi. So what happens? They get taken for a ride. Like that snake who gets beaten up. Now, how to develop that love? Identify with the body, you see maximum separateness. You see a person who is very careful of her hair. One hair will not be out of place. Every few days she goes to the parlor, does her hair dye, everything. Then makeup, skin, facial, this, that and the other. Body conscious person sees maximum differences. Even her own child, if she comes anywhere near her, she says, don't sit on my lap, my clothes will get spoiled. The moment you identify with the mind, you feel one with the family. And it's so nice. You may go anywhere in the world, it feels so good to come back home. Isn't that true? And when you go home, you say, your family members ask you, what do you want to eat? Or what do you want for dinner? You say, simple khichdi or dal chawal. You are happy with simple things. Why? Because just the love of being with your family is so fulfilling. Then you feel one with the intellect, your circle of oneness expands. If you are a musician, you feel one with all musicians. You are a tennis player, you feel one with all tennis players. Like Nadal and Roger Federer. Both were opponents, they were competitors. On the tennis court, they would fight for every point. But after the match, they were great friends. They adored each other, they respected each other, they admired each other, they were friends. This is how you should be in life. You may be competitors in business, but you must feel one. And then the last, identify with the spirit in you. Identify with Atman in you. You see no differences. The Ishavasya Upanishad says that. The moment you see yourself in all beings and all beings in yourself, the first thing that happens is you become free from Vijugupsa. Vijugupsa is a strong word. It's a combination of dislike, hatred, loathing, disgust, everything put together. So the moment you feel you become free from this dislike, dvesh, it's such a relief. Next step is the delusion of separateness goes. You know, the Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads say, there is only one. If you see separateness, it's got to be your delusion. So you must understand that I become a whole person, a real human being, only when I have the ability to see oneness among everybody. Then you don't feel insecure. Then there are no problems that you have. The whole world bows down to you. That is the meaning behind holy, you light fire, Prahlada. What happened with Prahlada? Prahlada just said, I am a bhakt of Vishnu. And his father tried to kill him for that. But see the power you get when you feel one with God. Fire could not burn him. The venom of snakes could not harm him. Elephants could not trample upon him. Nothing worked with him. And eventually Hiranyakashipu, his father, was killed. And he became king of the Daityas, demons. And amazing thing, all the demons became good. This will happen to you if you feel one with people. This is the power you get. So when you go home today, or on your way home, you look at someone and say, I don't like her. Pull yourself back and say, why should I not like? You see someone who's different from you, someone who has different color of skin, who follows a different religious path, who belongs to a different country, different culture. Why do you hate? After all, the person is a human being. That person has the same, if he's injured, his skin will bleed just as yours does. When he loses a loved one, he'll feel the same grief that you feel. Feel one with people, and you will gain the power of Prahlada. So, there is much more in the Bhagavad Gita than just this. In 1 hour, it's not possible to communicate everything. So we have 5 books which we will display here. These are some of them. Take them. We have a scheme. If you take all 5, you'll get it for the price of 4. Take it, distribute it to people. Because our culture is under threat. Our culture is under threat because of materialism, because of ignorance, because we are not doing anything about gaining knowledge. And I don't want to tell you how bad the situation is. So each one of us has to do our bit to resurrect these values, to resurrect our culture, to bring it to life, so that we become a strong community. We get back to our original status of world leader in spirituality. Even today, India is viewed as a spiritual country. Only problem is we are not living it. We are not living it, we don't want to know it, and we are following the materialistic way, which is dangerous. So, the entire Bhagavad Gita is there in a pen drive, and all our programs are free, including my visit here. I come from Mumbai, India, at my own expense. Everything is done at my own. People don't even arrange for my transport from one place to another. So how am I going to come, fly in the air and come? So, still I do it. So you do your bit now. And then we'll have a beautiful culture. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jayaji. બધાને મજા આવી? Everybody enjoyed it? Very good. કોઈને કઈ question છે? Any question from anybody? We can ask Jayaji.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
About? Huh. No, no, that's okay. What is the question? Through knowledge. From the Bhagavad Gita. I am giving you knowledge. There are 5 books. There is the Bhagavad Gita. It is not how much you read that matters. It's how much you implement and live. You can go home with one idea, and that is your knowledge. If you live it, that is knowledge. So knowledge is not in books, it is in life. Any other question? Yes. Chapter 12, verse 13 onwards gives 35 qualities of a bhakta. The very first quality is adveshta sarva bhutanam, one who does not hate anybody. That's all I referred to. Any other question? Okay, thank you.
ઓકે કોઈને ક્વેશ્ચન નથી ને બીજા? સો વી રિયલી થેન્ક યુ સો મચ જયાજી to come here, because you know one thing is we all know everything, but it's like a fan कि आप जानते तो हो सब कुछ कि हवा है आसपास, पर उसको फील करने के लिए फैन चाहिए, है ना? फैन चलता है तो आपको महसूस होती है कि हवा आसपास है. ऐसा है, ये सब हम जानते हैं. लेकिन जया जी जो काम कर रही है, you know, she realize us that how big and how wonderful our culture is, our religion is. But time to time, like Jaya ji, we need to remind us. And the way she said that we are losing our culture. So भगवद गीता में जो कहा is a way of life, वो you know we need to implement in our lives. So every day we should practice, and same way जो generation है हमारे बाद का, we need to put them into this practice as well. So that was the एक होके like India बोलते ना विविधता एकता. So many different culture, so many different people, so many different you know food, everything. Still end of the day we are all Indian, है ना? So thank you so much Jaya ji to remind us about our culture, and we will always looking forward in a future for all other like this speech as well. And again I will remind, please go on a YouTube and see her so many different, so nice, so inspiring speech. Please use that as well. Thank you so much for everybody coming here. And today we really thanks from JLC and Jalaram Mandir. आपका सबने अमूल्य टाइम दिया हमको और आके ये इवेंट अच्छा किया. हाँ जी बोलिए. Do you want that the Indian government should put it in a studies in a school? हाँ जी.
जया जी, क्वेश्चन नहीं है, अप्रिसिएशन है. आपको वो भेलपुरी वाला जो एग्जाम्पल आप दिया, दैट वाज ग्रेट.
Or love others and all that start from us. So if we start loving one person, or if we change our mentality, I think we can change others as well. You know. So जो भी चेंज करना है हमसे कीजिए, पहले हमारा एटीट्यूड, हमारा परसेप्शन चेंज कीजिए, तो सबका चेंज हो जाएगा. गिव अ रिस्पेक्ट, गेट अ रिस्पेक्ट, isn't it? Thank you.
થેન્ક યુ. જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ. જય જલારામ. બધાને મજા આવી? તો એક તાળી થઈ જાય. જયાજી, થેન્ક યુ વેરી મચ ફોર કમિંગ. વોઝ રિયલી એપ્રિશિએટ. અને ઇન શોર્ટ टाइम में जो विचस ऑर्गेनाइज किया है, इसके लिए वेरी वेरी थैंक यू. सो
Jayaji, thank you very much from the Board of Trustees, from the Monday JAC, and from the volunteers and Bhaktos. We really appreciate your talk. Beautiful. Do come again, please. Mandir is open for everyone, and we try to take something from you, and it was nice.